See that hole in the bank? I've been looking at those holes and they are being used, and frickin' muskrat just went from right here across and he flipped his tail at me when he went in the hole. Of course, I have nothing with me to get him. If I did, I had plenty of opportunity, but I wasn't going to run in there and go into town and slip on shoes with my pocket knife. Yeah, she's going back out. About half the cows are up there. We got the moon hiding up there. The rest of the cows are in the feed barn. And this is in. So I'm going to shut it off. Move it in the morning. Just hadn't figured out when in the morning. And 2 duckies just flew out of the creek and took off. Never know what you might see in the evening. But now I just confirmed for sure because I have been watching. I did see one by the bridge about a week and a half ago. And I've been looking every day. Haven't seen one since. And frickin' mosquitoes are going to eat me alive. Appears to be a little cloudy this morning. Good share of the cows are up at the feed barn. But I can faintly see some dots out there. So, little travelers right over there yet, middle of the screen. Spin you around, get myself dizzy, he didn't even know it. Big one's still down there, but I came up here to open the gate. And probably walk back down. And the mosquitoes are thicker than shit out here. So, run the big one back over here on these hillsides. See if it'll actually turn green. Keep irrigating while we can. Morning. Becky had stuff we had to go pick up at Home Depot. And I had to take a couple things apart for Ty too. But I come down here, hoping there'd still be some color left. There's a little. I just checked right over there. But for anybody that don't know, it's going to show you how we check. Moisture tester, 2 pieces of PVC pipe. Of course, nothing to hold the camera, but grab a big handful and I fold it in half and stuff it in this pipe. So I'm going to do that, then I'll show you. It's just stuffed in there. And this piece of pipe, open end and a capped end. Another set of hands would be awesome. Sorry, you're going to look at the windrow for a second. I use this end to get it down because you got the little bit. Then, stare at the windrow again. Try to get the scragglers out of the way, but they don't want to cooperate one-handed, so the cap just fits. I'm going to have to get up and hold that with my feet, I guess. And you pack it just like the baler would. I give it like 10, 15 good hits maybe. Yeah, another hand would be awesome. That's okay. The actual, got this from one of the forage magazines like 10, 15 years ago. They actually cap the outer pipe. Right there is how much I got sticking out when I'm to it. So on this one, I stuff it all the way in. Hit the button. 15.5%. So up here it's good. Second round in, which was the first one cut, right there is 25%. Not good enough. And I know it's going to be wetter over there. Creek's probably, 60 or 80 feet the other side of the field all the way along. But now I know what it is. And then say what they had in Forage magazine. Had a screw-in cap. And then you take the cap off and push it out. I just push it on through. Gives a little bit of a view. And hey, right in front of us is that house they were building when we were up here last year. I didn't expect this to be much. Grass, a whole lot of wild carrot. Cows like wild carrot. It'll make feed. I was actually debating on whether we even came up here and did anything, but we will. And there's what that fancy house looks like. Their landscaping looks nice. I don't care for their house. Pile of dirt here because they dug halfway to China to make a hole to put a house in on this hillside. It's like a foundation in there even. And the next piece down here is just past that little house. More view for you. The 2020 fire burnt everything along the road right here. And it almost, well, it did kind of jump right there, but did a good job. And this looks like it's just about straight annuals. Not a whole lot there, but imagine it looks just like this side of the road. A little red clover in there that's ready to combine, but not enough to make it worthwhile. So, yeah, debate on whether to actually cut this or not. If I come up to do the other, this will get cut. And he's got some free stuff here, and it's in my way to get in, so I'm going to grab it. I can always use some pipe. Know what I mean? Let's spin around. Yeah, before I do anything, I need to see if I can refresh my memory. But here's what I wanted to show you. Listen. Oh, that wasn't too bad. Pages are all stuck together. They've been, sound like you're ripping paper to open them, but it's not ripping anything. There's what I was looking for. Troubleshooting. Yeah, knotters are probably going to be behind the main gearbox. I don't know. I don't know this book yet. Anyway, I'm going to... Yeah, we don't need shear bolts, but I doubt it's in the very front. Nope. But, should tell me here. Knotters and needles. H14. Hey, I almost got it. Right here. Now, so far, I don't see any pictures in this one, but maybe the other book's a little better. I don't know. It's right there underneath those two filters. Anyway, I'm going to see if I can do a little adjustment on that knotter, and maybe it'll work right when we get back to the field. Of course, I got enough freaking hay down, and it's supposed to rain over the weekend, but you know what that means. It'll rain everywhere but here. Little knotter 101 for you. 5 knotters are all adjusted very similarly. Gap here, and then the space. Fat fingers from the edge of here to there. They're all pretty much the same. And the wiper is laying about the center of the notch. This one is a little farther. That one was till I touched it. But they're all 3/16 to 1/4 inch right there. I'd say the wiper's in the middle. This one. Oh, the other thing. This is the spring tension for this outer piece. That one. That's what holds your knot, or holds the twine in. Tension on the twine when it's in the holder. And the twine disc. They're all pretty tight. This one not so tight. And I think I know why. I just backed it off 1/6 of a turn. Because that's what you do if your second knot is popping because it doesn't have enough tail when the knot's made. Because what it does is the needles come up on their way up, it makes a knot, which finishes that bale. On its way back down, when it comes past here, it makes the second knot in the series, which is the first knot for that bale that's coming in. And our issue is, we had the same issue on the other baler every now and then. It's all a matter of adjustment. Actually, I can kind of see it from here. Dirty freaking baler. The book for this baler says you want 1 inch. Well, that's about an inch from the knot to the end on those. This one, it's maybe 3/4 of an inch. And, am I backwards? Maybe I am. I am. No, that's the first knot. Second knot's pulled around that one. Go figure. That happens. So I was looking at the wrong one. Anyway, the one that's buried in there, it's probably got a shorter tail than this one. This one's holding. Let's come to this end and look. Although it's short. It's only maybe 3/4 of an inch, more like 5/8. So to lengthen the tail on the second knot in the series, you loosen the spring tension here for that part. I know you're in the wrong spot, you can't see it. There we go. That one. That's our problem on the old baler with the number 3 knotter. By the time you get it loosened enough to make a good knot on the second one, it won't make the first one. So this one, I don't know if that's the issue they had or what. No idea. But the other thing is our position on the twine disc. This just floats. That's the other end of the holder. That's what's got pressure on it to hold the twine in place. The discs are what you can adjust. So to do that, which you can't do it when it's down in there, you loosen this nut, and that gear is on a taper. Pop the end of the shaft so you can turn the gear, and you turn it where you want it, tighten it back up, and hope you're there. So that's what I'm in the process of doing. Look who I found. Herm Blakely came out when I was working on this. I really should have got you more video. But I'll tell you what we did. I started out by adjusting this one and then said bag that. So it just turned back to where it was. For the issue we got, you would take the gem nut loose and back this bolt off one flat and tighten it back up. And if that works, great. Then you try another flat if you need to. And she's grabbing wrenches from under me. The issue I had, and I bent my fitting.
Does he go in the same drawer?
Hammer drawer. Brass punch is the oddball. I was looking at disc clearances. So that's what I opted to adjust. The problem is, she's rocking the boat. A little rust on the inside of the screw and rust on the shaft. Literally had to drive that all the way off and clean the inside up with emery. I couldn't turn it at all. The shaft is tapered up here at the end. It's a straight shaft to about the edge of my fingernail. And then it's tapered. And the taper and your tightness is what keeps this from turning. And then this turns this. And this one, oh, it's not doing it now. There's a little bit of movement between the gear and the shaft here, but it's not enough to make a difference, I don't think. Keyword, I don't think. But there's the other adjustment that could be an issue. Because you not only have this piece is the wiper, This is your twine holder, your disc, and that's the holder. That distance right there is important. And what we just did was shorten that distance up. It's closer here now, but at the same time, this can't be in there too far or it won't work either. So, and that one hasn't been replaced recently. These have all been replaced. No, I don't have any idea when, but they're not original. They're OEM, just not original. So anyway, that's the part I got of that. Now it's late enough in the day, I may not have to worry about doing anything else. Especially since I'm not actually done. Because I'll take this camera off of here and swap it with the one in the tongue and see if I can get a camera to work up here. Because then I will know, if I can see it good enough, I'll know if that twine's popped before the bale's on the ground, then it's easier to retie them when they're still in the chamber. Good spot for a parting shot. Been like this pretty much all day. Took the camera off behind the tongue. I didn't pull the wire back on the one up on the back, but I plugged them. Have had them both plugged in up there and located in a little different spot. The one from behind the tongue works. The one I had on the back does not. So now I guess we see if we can get a replacement camera. In the meantime, hopefully I'm done with that knot or two. Got an alert on my phone, said it was going to rain. And they changed the chance of rain from 1% to 31%. 0% tomorrow, by the way. And 37 or 40% for Saturday. 20% for Sunday. Chatting with Ron, and he was that away. He was over at Forest Grove, and he said south side of Forest Grove at B Street along Highway 47, it was a downpour for a quarter of a mile. I just moved the little traveler, strug it back out to the little creek bed, and I got up here and looked up. That would be a light rain up there. May or may not come down to our field at the bottom of the hill over there. Be very, very close by the looks of it. So, yeah, probably just as well I didn't get out of here today. Because if it's down that low there, it may be to at least one of the other two fields I checked today. Oh well, it is what it is. If it's dry enough to bale tomorrow, we'll bale and at least get it stacked in the field. Stack her tight, let the tops get wet if it's going to rain. Haul in what we can, and I still got to get that truck moving. So anyway, thank y'all for watching. Hope y'all had a great Thursday. Hope everybody has a great Friday.